story of a Minnesotan whose journey has been far from easy. After an injury derailed his dreams of a collegiate hockey career, he suffered through years of addiction and a trip to prison. But it was at his lowest moments that would end up changing his mindset and ultimately his life. Shayla Reeves tells us how he is turning his own second chance into a second chance for others and reconnecting with the sport he loves along the way.
I don't believe in hopeless. As long as you don't give up, right, then you get another chance.
Behind this computer, Marcel Hofker is doing the work that dreams are made of.
You know, I have a future me somewhere out there that needs me to be where I am now.
He and his team are providing opportunities and second chances.
Yeah, so when I started, it was me and a notepad, a lot of notepads. Since then, this year, we've grown to a staff of 6 with I'm paying real salaries.
For Marcel, his own second chance started with a choice.
One of the main people that we beat up on is ourselves.
Still, there are some things about ourselves we can't change.
I grew up in the suburbs as a black and white person, you know, a mixed person, and instantly discovered I was different. I went by Mark because Marcel was too different. But hockey is what people do in North St. Paul, what people did in North St. Paul. So I played hockey, and I loved hockey. It made me on equal footing with everybody else for that hour or 2 hours.
A high school sports injury would turn hopes of playing in college upside down.
So I missed my junior year. That's when I discovered marijuana, painkillers, because they gave me a bunch of those. And you know, I lost the structure of my sport. And to lose your only plan, you're just floating. So you look for something to fill that hole.
A hole Marcel says he filled by using and selling drugs, beginning a years-long battle with addiction. Numerous trips to jail would follow, along with his first felony charge in 2013. He was sentenced to nearly 5 years in prison, but only served 10 months because of a prison boot camp program that changed his life.
Having to be accountable, instant accountability for everything you do, you know, and one of their big models was if you make a mistake, you know, pick up and move on. Don't dwell on it. I've really put that into practice in my life.
Since serving time, Marcel hasn't looked back, getting married, growing his family, rebuilding relationships, purchasing a home, and launching Cello staffing services, now known as Strive Staffing.
I've been able to hire almost 800 people in the last 5 years, and that's, you know, some people go and then they come back, and I give them another chance, and they go and they come back, but my goal is to be there when they finally get it.
After losing everything and starting from absolutely nothing, almost homeless, to what I have now, it's possible.
Eric DeMay is the manager of operations.
That he gave me the opportunity to work, and just having a chance is what I have the gratitude for.
I want to see us really coming in and giving staffing, you know, temping a different look. You know, I think it should be more based on, you know, placements with purpose, you know, inclusive opportunity.
As the agency grows, so does Marcel's reconnection to the sport he loved.
So 3 years ago, I started playing hockey with a group called Community Recovery Hockey. It's a whole group of guys in recovery, and we go out and play hockey every week. That's amazing. Yeah, I mean, it's something that was everything. So to finally have that back and to enjoy it and have fun out there, it's pretty amazing.
Shayla Reeves, WCCO 4 News.
The strength of one Minnesotan is serving us inspiration. We want to introduce you to Ashley, a teenager facing an incredibly rare challenge. She was diagnosed with Huntington's. That's a terminal degenerative disease that only a few kids live with. Well, thanks to a chance meeting, she also has some new hope. Here's a look at the special gift that is giving Ashley everything she needs to keep going.
Each person. Oh, I like that.
There's a lot of learning going on in this Hopkins classroom, and Ashley is all ears.
She's determined.
The sophomore is known for her drive and her charm.
She is
she's
very
super popular. She's so fun. She's silly.
She is strong, but she is sick. She used to be the picture of health, the young gymnast, but over time, instead of controlling her body started controlling her.
Yeah, I knew the moment I saw her.
She has Huntington's, which mimics ALS, Parkinson's, and Alzheimer's. It's rare in adults, almost unheard of in kids. But by chance, Ashley's new teacher, who recently moved here, had heard of it.
Unfortunately, Ashley's the second juvenile Huntington's case that I have known. The first one was a young girl in Michigan, and I watched Brianna deteriorate and eventually die from the disease. And through Brianna's sister Shelby, I learned a great deal about Huntington's.
She learned it's swift and unforgiving. The school physical therapist explained.
Huntington's is a progressive disease, so as she gets older, she'll lose some function, her posture will continue to deteriorate.
Meaning her wheelchair situation is deteriorating too. They've had to use actual belts to keep her upright.
So she just needs more support in her wheelchair.
How much do you think this would help her day-to-day life?
Oh, it'd be huge, right, Ashley? It'd be so huge for you to have a chair that would actually support you and fit you.
And then we're just worried about safety, like throughout the school, on the bus, and then again to help the family out too.
Judy shared her worries with the only people she knew would understand, the family of Brianna. Turns out Brianna's sister in Michigan, who also has the gene for Huntington's, wanted to help. Her new nonprofit ordered an $8,000 wheelchair.
Originally, when we got the initial bill, we went, okay, it's a little bit more than we were thinking, but we're still gonna do it. We're gonna make it happen because we truly believe in this cause and in Ashley, and we want her to have the best wheelchair possible.
As a tribute to her own sister, Shelby flew to Minnesota to watch the surprise.
I'm thrilled to introduce you to the founder and chairperson of Champions for HD, Shelby Lentz.
And even though Ashley cannot talk, she made it clear she is thrilled. Her family is pretty excited too.
It was great to see her smile so big.
Oh, that was wonderful. Yep.
It's like exactly what we needed. And we needed.
Indeed.
Thanks to a teacher who was in the right place at the right time and a community who did the right thing, Ashley is sitting right where she's supposed to be.
Can't thank you enough.
Ashley's next adventure is to go to prom, and thankfully her new chair is much more suitable for dancing. A 13-year-old boy is celebrating his graduation from college. We're going to take you through a day in the life of a kid super genius. That's next on The Uplift.